Okay, Juliet. We are members of the Child Rights Advocacy Club at GSS Gwagwalada. The play you'll be seeing shortly is titled Our Call to Action, as written and directed by Oluwa Damilola Akpoteri. Please enjoy.
It's time. Your husband is waiting for you outside. You guys know.
Do I have to do this?
Yes.
I don't want this.
Why? Don't you make a gaskiya? It is what we must face as girls.
No, this shouldn't happen. I want to be a doctor, not a child's bride. I'm not in the bedroom.
Amina, I know how you feel. I was also afraid during my time. I remember it was the same day Fatima was to get married. I was in primary 4. In my family, we married in twos. My father had 8 wives and 42 children. 30 of us are girls, so they gave us out in twos. And when it was Fatima time to get married, I was told that I also have to get married. I cried, but no one heard my voice. My father said we had to take care of the family. And when we marry rich men, they will be able to take care of his entire family.
I remember that experience. Fatima didn't want to get married though. Your mother and grandmother advised she must help the family. And no man wants an older girl. So Fatima succumbed out of love and obedience to Hajia. On the first night, Alhaji's uncle who had married her, after giving your father a farmland as bride price, raped her. Fatima bled to death on the same day.
And I, on the other hand, I got pregnant but had complications during childbirth. And since then, I have been carrying this bag all around because I can't control my urine.
And of course, Madam Musa who had promised your father heaven and earth, threw you out of his house, and even your own parents could not take you in.
Okay, yeah, you must tell everyone.
Your story is scary, Kia, and all of us have a past. Some of us were kidnapped in our dormitory When we were preparing for our final exam, when we had a gunshot, we were scared.
We saw men in uniform and ran to them. They assured us that they were there to rescue us, that some bad people have destroyed our community.
We followed them, not knowing that they were the bad men. They were a group of unknown armed men. Hey.
They took us into the bush, raped a lot of girls. After a week in their captivity, they began to share each of us to their soldiers as wives. By the time the military came to our rescue, a lot of girls were already parents.
Children, now mothers of children. That is Hannah. The impact affected her mental health. She has never been the same since then. She only sits on her own, keeping her pain in her head. No one to help her but us.
But why must we continue like this? Why can't we be allowed to make decisions about our lives? What hope does the future have for us? We might solely end differently.
They come with different problems. And our parents, because of selfishness, think that we are the debtors of poverty.
They have children that will never get the education we deserve.
Instead, we get debt, low self-esteem, depression, and other mental illness. We can't even get a good job after that.
Really?
I live with the stigma as someone who has a child for a member of the non-state armed groups.
We wish there was something we could do to stop this army now. As you are.
What are you doing here, you traitors? Why are you here?
Yes, why are you here?
We know how angry you are. We are sorry. We should have stood by you when the whole world turned against you.
Oh!
We have realized that we are not better than you. And if we add our voice to yours, things will end differently.
If all of us in Nigeria lend our voices to demand for the adoption and implementation of Child Rights Act and hold perpetrators accountable for their actions, there will be a change.
Now you are talking.
What about our community leaders?
Our religious leaders. What about them?
They are our parents. We must get your story out to them and let them know the impact of looking away. We must not continue to trade for our selfish family gain.
We hope they will do something.
Adieu.
So you look away. Yeah, you do not see it because it hasn't happened to your children. You do not care that 44% of girls are already married before their 18th birthday.
So why? Yes, our country records one of the highest rates of child marriage globally. Let's tell you now. My next girlfriend and notice has 48% of girls who get married at the age of 16 and 78% at the age of 18.
Yes, child and forced marriage is a human violation and a form of gender-based violence that robs us of the ability to make decisions about our life, disrupts our education, subjects us to become more vulnerable to violence and discrimination.
If you continue to look away and not address this now, child and forced marriage will create our participation in economic, political, and social spaces.
Our call. We call on the government to fulfill its commitment to increase education funding.
We call on access to quality, free, safe, uninterrupted and inclusive education for all girls.
We call on everyone to make our schools safe from harassment, violence, and insecurity.
We call on states, yes, they must take the Child Rights Act to do so now.
And for full implementation and ownership by states who have already domesticated.
We not just leave it prison, ensure justice for the right of every child.
Together, we can attain a world where every child enjoys the right to survival, protection, development, and participation.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Auntie, you came. I'm happy to see you.
What is this am I hearing? I am told your father wants to marry you off.
I won't do it, Auntie. I decided to use my voice.
Yes, Amina, I won't allow them to marry you off. You have to go to school and become relevant in society.
Yes, Auntie. I want to become a medical doctor like you and Aisha. I want to be able to help people in our community.
Don't worry, Amina. Everyone here will ensure you get a quality education.
Yes, because as girls, we have a right to education. Yes,
we have a right to make decisions on issues pertaining to our development.
We deserve a place in the boardroom. Our voices must be heard. Every girl must be protected.
And you know all this.
Children